Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to the new moon in Taurus at 28 degrees and 25 minutes reading that we're doing here. It is a very powerful, potent new moon that actually doesn't become a full moon. Every new moon is a seed, and usually it's like a year and a half or whatever. Till we get to the full moon, and this time it is 6.5 years. It takes us into 2030. So this is the bridge. This is the shift bridge. This is what is leading us into the next thing. And look what you have. You have the sun. You have the sun. You have the king. I powerfully lead my mission. So that is using that energy. As Saturn is working through your sign right now. Neptune's at home in your sign at the time of this powerful full moon. New moon that will become a very powerful full moon. I am just, all right, let's just get into the reading here. I did cover this moon a lot on Facebook. I always invite you to go over there and check out what's going on. Oh, Pisces. All right, what is happening here? Right, so Pisces, again, I powerfully lead my mission. There is a need for you to not worry about what other people are doing. You know how when you're Pisces, you always want to help everyone, and if they say, can you help me with this, you're like, oh, sure, I can. Even if you're like exhausted and tired, you'll get up out of bed to go do whatever it is that they asked to do that they probably could have done themselves if they would have bothered to. But it's really hard because you are you feel guilty for not pitching in and helping out and doing these things, right? It's like a real problem that can impede your quality of life because you're pretty much exhausted. Oh my gosh, Pisces. You are at the end of that cycle if you will allow that end of that cycle to happen. So I know it's a new moon, but this new moon is laying the foundation. It is laying the foundation for success as we move forward into the next decade, into the next age, out of Pisces, age of Pisces, into the age of Aquarius. And so it's really important that you find your crown, that you pick up your crown, you dust it off, you shine it up, you sparkle it up, and you stick it on your head and you wear it proudly. And no is a one-word sentence. No needs no explanation. Can you help me with this? No. It's going to be hard for you to say that. I hear the collective Pisces going, no, I'm sorry, I really wish I could, but I can't. That's okay. You need to say it that way. That's fine. But no is still the only part of that. I'm really sorry I can't. I'm really sorry I can't put all of my dreams and goals on the back burner anymore so that I can help you do things that you should probably be doing for yourself. No, I'm sorry I can't help you with that because, you have to chase down your own dreams and you have to do your own work. And I'm busy over here manifesting and creating what it is that I need, what I desire, what my goals and dreams are. No, I'm sorry I can't. No, I'm sorry I can't doesn't necessarily mean that you're sorry. It's just like, I'm sorry I can't. I can't put my life on hold anymore. I can't put my dreams on the back burners. I can't do that because now it's the time for me to step up and step out and to shine my light out into the world, and that I have stuff that I need to do for me. So no, I'm sorry. I can't help you with that right now. No, I'm sorry. My schedule is full. I know you're going to say you're sorry. But just because you say it doesn't mean you're actually sorry inside, okay? It is really important. You're not really sorry. You're sorry that they feel like they've been used to counting on you, or they were hoping. What that means is they're going to have to figure out other ways of doing stuff for themselves, and that's important. That is a gift you give others. When you teach them to also do things for themselves, it makes them a stronger individual. Just as it's going to make you a stronger individual to say no. And you're going to have to do that, Pisces. Because I'm looking at these cards, I'm a little freaked out by them. And not because it's bad news, but because I think that you don't understand your own sense of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem, and that you are not understanding how important it is at this time for you to step into your power. how important it is for you to put your crown on and wear it proudly, because we need you. We need your light to shine. So, a couple of cards here of endings going on. You are stepping out of, this I like a lot, you're stepping out of this Ten of Wands. It's called suppression. This is energy you're moving away from. Thank goodness. Ten of Wands. Like, I'm setting this burden down. The only problem is here you are sitting in this energy of guilt. Not guilt. Empowerment. We're going to put that right there for the rest of the reading. You don't get to be feeling like this about the fact that you're deciding you are worth more. That you are worth everything. That there is no relationship that you have with any other person that's more important than the relationship you have with yourself. You have an opportunity here. We have the Ten of Swords. It is the death into the rebirth. Do you see the lion roaring? Do you see your opportunity to rise like the sun, to create, to manifest, to be, to step into your own power, to rebirth out of this new moon, to rebirth the new you? Over the course of the next 6 years, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take you remembering that you're worth it on a very regular basis, because here in the subconscious, the unconscious energy, we have this Eight of Wands. And so this Eight of Wands is called traveling, and it's really hard to see in this picture, but it is a pilgrimage up a side of a mountain to get to, at the top, guess what? We have the sun. You're on a very spiritual realignment of your energy. You're traveling towards your own sense of self-empowerment. You are going to slip, you are going to fall, you are going to take on too much from time to time. You are, but this is what's important, is that when you do it, you go, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, I won't do that. But I need to not do that and mean it, right? And so you take less and you take less, and eventually saying no gets a lot easier. I'm a Pisces moon, and I call myself a recovering, well, I call myself a recovered doormat, but for years I was the recovering doormat. I had to learn how to use that 2-letter sentence, no. And that's why I know you're going to say you're sorry, because I used to say I was sorry. Now I'm just like, no, I can't put that in. And I actually don't feel guilty anymore. And I have a situation where someone's been really trying to pile on the guilt and trying to get me to pick up the slack for them because they don't want to do it. They don't want to take the responsibility. And I'm like, no, sorry, I can't. I do say sorry, but I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Oh my God, I'm going to totally title this Sorry, Not Sorry. Because that's what you need to be. Sorry, not sorry. In your conscious mind, you have the card of the Five of Swords, which says comparison with the Fool. So we have an oak tree and we have a bamboo tree. It looks like an oak tree. It might be something else. Okay. So look how big that is and sturdy and strong, right? And here's a little skinny bamboo. Well, ooh, there's so many reasons why the bamboo is a better choice than the oak tree. Not necessarily in everything. They're really so different. This is actually a grass and not a tree in the first place. So this is very flexible and it bends. And the thing about a bamboo is it builds its root system beneath the ground. That strengthening of character and all the things that you're trying to do. That root, that foundation, you've got 6 years here until we get to this. And so the fact that it's 5 years for this root system to build out is really interesting to me. I think that you really need to give yourself credit and patience for the process and really just keep working on your root system, your ability to contain your own energy, about what is really truly necessary for you to expend your energy on, what promotes growth for you, what benefits you. And when it's your kids, I mean, of course you're going to do things when they're small, but as they start getting older, they need to learn how to be independent. They need to learn how to do things for themselves so that when they're adults, they are fully capable of managing their life. That is a gift that you give them, right? That really is. And in letting them go and to go out and be their own people, and that also frees you up to, track down some of your own dreams at that point in time because you deserve them. You've earned them. You should go for them. So let's talk about this bamboo for a minute, right? It takes time, 5 years for those roots to grow. So give yourself time to develop this resilience, this flexibility, this bending and swaying, right? And then overnight it'll shoot up like 35 feet. It just grows all of a sudden out of nowhere. And so it experiences massive growth all at once, whereas this tree took time. It also built its roots. It also grew out, and it takes a while. It takes a lot longer for it to get big and strong. But it's not as flexible in a windstorm, right? You look at Florida after that hurricane where it took out all those live oaks that were centuries old and just toppled them. But the bamboo, the palm trees, they sway. They're different. So the flexibility and there's strength. And there's actually strength and flexibility, right? More resilience. So here this comes with the not comparing ourselves, but acorns used to provide a lot of food. They don't so much anymore, but that used to be one of the nuts that were harvested a lot. They were plentiful. So they provided shelter. They provided shelter and, like shade, and also when they would use them for building things. And then they would provide, homes for the animals and the food. And so it has its properties, right? And then the bamboo, they're discovering many things, like they make toilet paper out of it and flooring. And the thing is it's easily regrown. It's quick. It's a more sustainable way of, you don't have to wait 50 years before you can harvest. You can do it again in 5 years. And so there's a lot of things, but you can't be comparing one thing to the other. They both have their values. So where you are now and where someone else is doesn't matter. It's what you're doing right now. It's about what you're doing at the root. What are you doing to build out your system to create a solid foundation for what it is that you want to do? As you learn how to, keep picking that crown up and putting it back on and allowing yourself to shine. You have the card of the Fool in the consciousness. This is you stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something so radically different than the way you always have. And good for you. That takes courage. That takes a lot of courage. The courage to change. The courage to be in your power. I powerfully lead my mission. What is your mission? It's joy. It's joy. It's not guilt. It's joy. I'm not saying don't do anything for anybody. If it actually brings you joy to do it, then freaking go do it. That's fine. But if you're doing it because you feel guilty or you feel overburdened, you feel exhausted, then take that off your plate. You're allowed to do that. Let other people figure stuff out for themselves on occasion. It's really good for them. You have a chance for rebirth here. So, what is the biggest challenge that you have? You have the Ace of Swords, the consciousness, the awareness of there's a greater thing happening here. That you're saying no allows other people to grow. When you say no, it allows others to grow. It allows you to grow, but it allows others to grow. That's really important because here you are sitting in this energy. Look at that. That is the Page of Swords. It's like your head's going to explode from these new ideas or new ways of thinking of things, and they're very uncomfortable, right? There's a lot of uncomfortability that comes with that. But it is through being uncomfortable that we grow. that we make change. And it's called the mind. And so again, Pisces, with that swords energy there, that page of swords, and we have this 5 of swords here, that comparison energy. I feel like there's a lot of self-criticizing going on. But if you believe, really believe that you deserve joy and happiness, and you deserve to grow and change in new directions, that you don't have to be at the beck and call of whatever, your boss, your spouse, your children. I find it's usually family that really can get to Pisces, but also I find the Pisces at work, they're the ones that they get the call, oh, so-and-so's not coming into work today, can you be here in 10 minutes? And you're like, oh, I'll be there in 3. And you hang up the phone, you're like, God, I'm so exhausted, I just went to sleep, the baby's been up all night, you know, I've been doing all this stuff, but no, I gotta go to work now because they need me, and I can't let my coworkers down. And so you're not letting your coworkers down, you're not letting your family down, you're not letting anybody down except yourself. Where's the self-love? Where's the self-care? Where's the nurturing that you need to give yourself? And so when you find value in yourself, when you become very conscious of the fact that you are also deserving of all the good stuff, that's when you step into your power and you take care of yourself and you do the things that you need to do for you. That is what allows you to let go of, to let a situation in, step into your power and really shine, really shine. And here's your opportunity. We have the 10 of Cups, harmony. So whereas you think that you're creating all this disruption around you and that you're letting everybody down and it's going to cause all this emotional upheaval, is it going to cause upheaval? Of course, change does. But eventually it can move into harmony as people realize, oh, wait, things aren't the way they were. We're going to have to make some adjustments. We have the 5 of Wands in your area of environment, the trapeze artist. When they let go, the other person has to adjust to catch them. There's going to be a lot of adjusting going on around you. People around you need to go all in with you or get on board, but they may have to do it at their own pace. Communication may help. Expressing to those that are near and dear to you, this is what I really need. This is what is of value to me. This is really important to me. And I really would love your support. It would be so great. And how can I make this transition into taking better care of myself and pursuing my goals and dreams in a way that doesn't totally upset the whole apple cart? But by the same token, I'm not backing down about this because this is important and that I'm important. And it can't be that they get on board for a week and then everything reverts back. And the only reason that'll happen is just habit. Not because they're being nefarious, but because they start backsliding into asking a lot of you and you start backsliding into agreeing to do too much. And unless you remember that you are traveling up this mountain and that means one step, one foot in front of the other, when you slip, then you'll be like, ooh, wait a minute. I can't. No. Your advice is slow and steady makes progress. You have this turtle. It is the Knight of Pentacles. You're not going to make all of these changes overnight, and you don't have to. That's the beauty of this. You have 6.5 years. You have 6.5 years to retrain yourself and those around you that you have value and you deserve things too. And so I want to remind you again, you aren't going to be able to do this every day, all the time. And there will be times when people revert back because it's habit. It's important for you to observe when that happens, to be conscious and aware of, oh, wait, things are getting back like that again. You'll notice it when you're feeling too tired in the morning. You'll notice it when you're feeling overwhelmed. You'll notice it when you start, oh, I don't know, comfort food eating. I still do that sometimes. Sometimes this is too much, and I'm like, wait, if I'm doing this, why am I doing this? It's the why. What adjustment? What adjustment can I and those around me make right now to get things back into balance? That's important, and it's your responsibility to participate in that. And it can't be, well, I told them, but they're not doing it, and I don't want to argue with everybody. It's not that. It's just habit, yours and theirs. After years of that being the system, making this adjustment and this change, it's gonna take time. but there is a rainbow. The turtle's moving toward the rainbow. Toward, there's a rainbow on this 10 of Cups usually. Toward this harmony, toward this balance, toward this emotional fulfillment. So, we have the Four of Swords here. It says postponement, and she's looking ahead to the bright colors, but she's not there yet. It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. It's not postponement. It's just, it's going to be slow and steady. It's going to take a while to get there. It is. This is a big change for Pisces energy. Saturn in your sign right now is very helpful, really helping you get on track. I think you find a lot of support in this effort over the next 2 years. And then when Saturn leaves your sign, you're going to be on your own. And you're going to have to be strong enough to keep doing it. But Saturn's there right now that when you start backsliding and you forget to take care of yourself, Saturn will be there to remind you by really bringing the overexhaustion or the health issues or the stressors that just make you break down. And so expect a lot of that energy. Saturn's teaching you to have healthy boundaries. It's a gift. It's not always going to feel like it. And here we have the Six of Swords, this healing energy from the burden. There is this guy. He's trudging up a hill. And on his back is a really rich man who has a rooster sitting on his head, which means he's very arrogant. That's what it symbolizes. And he's directing which way to go. Could that rich dude get off and also walk up the hill? Can people in your life also do some things for themselves? I don't know if you can see just how exhausted the guy is. That's you, Pisces. And here's your chance to tell them to get off your back. Do some of this stuff for yourself. Find the way, find the things, start small. It doesn't have to be everything. So, for instance, I was a single mom, 3 kids, and I taught them how to fix meals and do the dishes. And so I didn't have to make dinner every night, and I didn't have to do the dishes every night because they were small things that they could consistently do to help out. And so we have rotation on these things. Look around your life and what works. How can you take some of the stuff off of your plate and give it to others to help teach them how to be a little more independent and a little more capable? This is fascinating. You have the card of past lives, which is Moon. It kind of looks like, if I turn it sideways, like the Pisces symbol, right? And the connection in the middle. As above, so below. The past is informing the future. The future heals the past. It's all connected. You have an opportunity here to change a lot of karmic energy by choosing to self-empower yourself. And again, there's it's these salamanders here. It's very much this Leo energy here. Safety and protection and recreation is a very creative energy. You get to write the new story. You get to write the new story. You get to paint this beautiful new picture of your life. It is going to take time. Give yourself the gift of the time without comparing yourself to those around you. Without criticizing yourself because you can't do it just now. It doesn't all. No. It is a process. And it's kind of like when you climb the mountain, especially sometimes the trail kind of dips back down before it starts going up again because it goes around boulders or obstacles that are in the way, and then it goes back up. So be willing to work with the trail and trust the process. So for advice, I am using I'm using my very special deck. I bought it particularly when I got a new head spirit guide, and we picked out this deck together, and I have never shared this with anyone. And so I'm using it this time. I don't anticipate I'll be using it very often, if ever again, but this new moon is very potent and powerful. And so here you have Daturia, D-A-T-U-R-A, it looks like. I don't really know. Okay, native to Peru and Ecuador, Daturia has been used as an intermediary between humans and the spirit world for centuries. The spirit of Daturia manifests as a hunting dog and visits dreams to help locate things that have been lost. Your crown, your own sense of self-worth. You may feel as though the project or goal that you are working toward is missing some key element. This card is a reminder to occasionally take a step back and think about what it is that you've lost sight of. It may also mean that what you seek is just around the corner. Look at all the clouds there. You will go through the mist. It will wind around. There will be stuff. Stay focused on what it is you want. And if it helps, to invite in a spirit guide that is a tracker dog, a hunting dog, a tracker, to check in with. Ask spirit to bring you this energy that allows you to see the next steps as you very carefully make your way forward, right? It's going to be slow and steady. There's no fire here. The only fire here is in the energy you're moving away from and your willingness to climb the mountain. This is in the subconscious. In the conscious part, it's very much the slow and steady and trust yourself and keep moving forward. This conscious awareness that brings you back to what your goal is and what you're trying to do next in order to bring in this 10 of Cups, this joy, this peace, this harmony in the totality of your life. It's really beautiful. I'm on Facebook every day. I spent 22 minutes on this new moon video. It's coming out on Thursday night, so you want to check that out. I would love to see you there. You guys take really good care of yourselves. Thank you for supporting this channel, for your comments, and for the patience as I work my way through this internet issue, which is looking more and more like a computer issue. All right, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.